Welcome to the 32nd Annual Anderson School of Management Hall of Fame Business Leadership Series. I'm Mitzi Montoya, Dean of the Anderson School of Management. I joined Anderson and UNM this past July, and I'm excited to join you virtually to kick off this event. Traditionally, the Hall of Fame celebration is Anderson's signature event, honoring alumni who have shown both exemplary commitment to excellence in their professions, as well as generous service to their communities. This year, the format of the event has been reimagined and moved online as a 4-part series, and we thank you for joining us for our first installment. Our series will primarily recognize and celebrate the incredible accomplishments of our alumni honorees. We will also hear from select scholarship donors and recipients funded by the Hall of Fame efforts. And we'll dive deeper into the Anderson School that we all care deeply about and love. We hope that all of this will inspire you to continue supporting Anderson and contributing to our scholarship fund. So once again, thank you for joining us today as we kick off our series. I hope you enjoy the show.
Welcome to the McKinney Center for Management. I'm Crystal Collier, Senior Operations Manager, and today, throughout the program, I'll be giving you a tour of the center as a glimpse into the student experience. We'll first focus on student support service areas, then move into labs and faculty spaces, and finally, end with the unique features of the state-of-the-art building. McKinnon was built with a focus on student engagement. Completed in 2018, the building occupies over 60,000 square feet, including an innovation center, gathering spaces, classrooms, offices, and more. Here on the first floor, the 2,000 square foot living room offers open, casual seating and abundant natural light that provide a welcoming environment for students and visitors. The Alumni Student Success Center houses undergraduate and graduate advisement, career services, and on-site interview rooms for employers. Our 5 classrooms include a Harvard-style case method room, a learning studio, and 3 hybrid flexible classrooms, all of which are optimized for carbon dioxide levels. On the second floor, we have accounting and finance tutoring labs, and 5 group study rooms adjacent to the computer lab, where Anderson students have access to laptop checkouts and free printing. We look forward to welcoming the Anderson community back into McKinnon and sharing in student success. Now, let's introduce our first inductee into the 2021 Hall of Fame.
Hello, my name is Raj Madhav, and I am the Chair of Finance and Innovation Department at the Anderson School. I am thrilled to announce that the first inductee into the Anderson Hall of Fame class of 2021 is Beverly Bendixson. Beverly Bendixson is an Anderson Finance alum, having received her MBA in the class of 1981. She is a financial executive with experience in financial management, business strategy, private equity investment, financial consulting, and banking. She established Sandia Financial Consulting in 2017 to provide middle market companies with CFO services. Beverly has a lengthy and consistent history of providing community leadership, and she even served 2 terms on the Anderson Foundation Board. Given Beverly's long-standing and successful career in finance, it is fun to note that she started her career at Sandia National Laboratory conducting research, then transitioned to being a high school math teacher. It was there that she made the decision to attend graduate school with a concentration in finance. I can only imagine how grateful her clients are for that decision. On behalf of the Anderson School of Management, welcome Beverly into the Hall of Fame.
I'm flattered, honored, and humbled to be selected to join the Hall of Fame. I have attended nearly every Hall of Fame induction ceremony, and the past inductees are men and women I have admired for years. I am so thankful to be an Anderson graduate. My Anderson education has enabled me to enjoy a wonderful and varied career in finance.
Beverly, welcome. Thank you for being with me here today. I'm so excited to hear your story and everything that brought you here to the Hall of Fame. So let's go ahead and get started. What brought you to UNM and Anderson?
Well, I started my undergrad education at New Mexico Tech and transferred to UNM to finish my bachelor's degree in mathematics. I loved the study of math, but had no idea what I was going to do with a math degree in the way of a career. So I taught high school math for 2 years and concluded that education was not the career path for me, and enrolled at Anderson to get my MBA.
Awesome. When you attended Anderson, what was your favorite memory or one thing that you can remember?
I was fascinated by the applications of finance in all areas of business. And I had professors at Anderson that taught theory and applications of finance in commercial banking, investment analysis, the financial management of companies. They convinced me that a concentration in finance would give me a lot of versatility in the work world.
Awesome. That is like speaking a foreign language to me, but I appreciate you sharing. I am not a finance person. So because you majored in finance for your MBA, what can you tell us about your career?
I started in energy banking. It was an exciting, dynamic, growing area of commercial banking, and I moved to Denver and used both my math and finance education to build cash flow models for proved producing oil reserves for oil and gas companies. This helped the bank evaluate collateral for the customers that we lent money to. There was a major downturn in oil and gas prices shortly thereafter, and that led to new opportunities for me. I went to work for Standard & Poor's Corporation, selling the CompuStat database in New York City. I worked with some of the brightest professionals anywhere when I was in New York, and felt that my MBA from Anderson enabled me to compete very successfully. I met and married my husband when I was in New York, and we moved back to New Mexico for me, first time to New Mexico for him. And I initially went into commercial banking again, but shortly thereafter left to join Technology Ventures Corporation, which had just been formed to commercialize technology from the national laboratories. There was a special focus on Sandia National Laboratories at that time, and it was very exciting to help small companies get established and find equity capital financing to support their growth. This led me to the world of venture capital and private equity financing, and I then moved to Vestor Partners, a private equity firm located in Santa Fe, and then Blue Sage Capital, a private equity firm headquartered in Austin, but I represented the New Mexico office for them. As exciting as it was doing the investment, I had always wanted to manage financial companies from the inside. And I had a unique opportunity to go to work for Heritage Hotels and Resorts, Southwest Brands, and Synergy Ventures as their CFO.
Cool.
It was initially surprising to me that it was much harder to achieve financial goals and objectives inside a company than it was to advise and coach from the sidelines as a commercial banker or private equity investor would. This enabled me to think about starting my own business, which I did in 2017, to help small companies grow and become more profitable and improve their capital structure.
You have done everything. What a cool journey. Thank you for sharing that. So, how is finance different now compared to when you first started?
The field is very different in a couple of areas. One is technology. When I went to work for Standard & Poor's CompuStat in New York, financial data was delivered on magnetic tape run by large mainframe computers. The applications of that financial data were designed by data systems or IT departments. Over the 5 years that I worked in New York, the data became delivered on personal computers, although they were the size of suitcases then. And the applications for that data were developed by the individual financial analysts or bankers that were using it.
Wow, interesting.
Another area that is dramatically different now than it was when I started is women in leadership roles in finance. When I started, the field was male-dominated, and all of my mentors were men. Mm-hmm. Today, there are many talented women at all levels of management in finance, although it is still a little bit rare to see a woman lead a big public company. Jane Fraser is set to become the CEO of Citigroup.
That's awesome. We recently endured one of the most abrupt recessions in recent history. During these challenging times, what is something that you're most proud of?
I am currently treasurer and trustee for the Albuquerque Community Foundation board. Mm-hmm. The Community Foundation manages over $100 million in endowment funds that are used to enhance our community through grant making. From the inception of the pandemic in New Mexico, the Community Foundation took a leadership role in responding to community needs immediately. One example is the Emergency Action Fund. It was a new fund of over $700,000 raised and immediately distributed to nonprofit organizations meeting the most critical needs, such as food insecurity, health and medical supplies, and economic recovery for small businesses.
Wow, that's great. And what has been your most meaningful work through your career?
Working with nonprofit organizations that are truly helping Albuquerque and New Mexico become a better place to live for all of us. WEST is another nonprofit organization particularly important to me. I joined the board of WEST to do some strategic planning and help them fundraise for the incubator that they built in downtown Albuquerque. The incubator and the entire organization help entrepreneurs start and grow their businesses through business training, advice, and lending. Another organization that I care a lot about is the Albuquerque Museum. I am currently chair of the board of trustees for the museum and was previously president of the Albuquerque Museum Foundation, helping raise money for the museum.
Great, great. If you could do it all over again, would you do anything differently?
I would not do things differently. It has been a wonderful journey, and I have been lucky in so many ways.
Awesome. What is one piece of advice that you'd give to current Anderson students?
Pursue a career that you really love, but do not hesitate to make changes over time as new opportunities present themselves.
That's awesome. Thank you, Beverly, for being here with me today, and congratulations again on being inducted into the 2021 Hall of Fame.
Thank you.
To continue our tour, between the 3rd and 4th floor, we have 24 faculty and staff offices and 5 collaboration and conference rooms. We also have the Behavioral Research Lab, used for research in human behavior, marketing promotions, accounting information, and other business areas. The Dean Suite on the 4th floor was named in honor of the former Anderson Dean and current UNM Board of Regents President, Doug Brown. The suite has 4 offices, including the Dean, Associate Deans, and Chief of Staff. Additionally, it has a first-class boardroom, which seats 30 people and boasts state-of-the-art multimedia. The highlight of the suite is the outdoor balcony, which overlooks the Sandia Mountains and about half of the UNM campus. Before we begin our conversation about student scholarships, I'd like to highlight our cutting-edge marketing lab. The lab hosts the National Student Marketing Competition teams who, since 2005, have earned 8 first-place honors, 5 second-place finishes, and 2 honorable mentions in national collegiate competitions. With the help of scholarships, current and future students like these can continue to reach new heights. Let's now learn more about how you can get involved.
Hello everyone, I'm Eddie Padilla and I'm the chair of Anderson Foundation Board. I was born and raised here in the South Valley by a single mother. My mother taught me and my sister the importance of education and what it can do for us personally and professionally. Thanks to our mother's hard work and diligent support, We both graduated from college with advanced degrees. Our student scholarships were crucial to help us achieve these milestones. As Dean Montoya mentioned, the Hall of Fame celebration is Anderson's signature fundraising event. And all the proceeds, not some of them, all of them go towards student scholarships. So I ask you today, please support our next generation of leaders by donating to our scholarship fundraising efforts. Visit the link on your screen or click on the link in the video description to donate to the Anderson School of Management Hall of Fame Fund. Thank you for helping students like me, like those in my family, to reach their fullest potential and light the path to their brightest futures.
Hello, I'm Melissa Nunez. I'm a financial advisor, and I also serve on Anderson's Foundation Board as chair for the Finance Committee. It's amazing to be part of the Anderson community, and I'm truly grateful to have been a past recipient of the Anderson Scholarship Fund. The opportunities and experiences I've had were possible because of the education I received from Anderson. I've been able to launch my career with a distinguished Fortune 500 company, create generational advancements for myself and my family, and most importantly, today I have a career that allows me to create wealth for my clients. Thank you, Anderson, for making this possible. I currently donate to Anderson to provide a way for more students to realize their ambition and be that change they wish to see in the world. I hope that my gift, combined with our collective giving, can help to open doors for future generations and advance New Mexico. As a financial advisor, I understand the impact that consistent investing can make. Your gift, regardless of size, will make an impact. Let's make an investment in our future to prosper New Mexico and to enrich our business community by supporting the Anderson Scholarship Fund.
The McKinney Center for Management was a $25.6 million project and replaced a portion of the previous Anderson School of Management built in 1968. Supporting UNM's intentional efforts for improved teaching, only 7% of the building's square footage is allocated to administrative space. It is important to note that the entire building is LEED Gold certified and has LED lighting. Dynamic thermochromic windows on the east, south, and west sides darken where the sun hits them. The shaded windows allow viewing to the outside and non-glare of display surfaces such as laptops and classroom monitors and screens. Designed to harvest light from the exterior windows and distribute into the core spaces, offices and classrooms feature side light windows facing the interior. Our intelligent heating and cooling systems learned the best settings for each season of the year. All of these features were designed to help the Anderson community feel welcome, supported, and inspired. This concludes our tour for today's program. We are so proud to share with you some of the spaces that serve as the backdrop to the Anderson experience, and we hope to see you in person soon.
Thanks so much for joining us for today's program. None of this would be possible without your help. So I invite you to continue lending your support in creative and personally meaningful ways that will inspire and shape the future of Anderson. Learn more about how you can engage with us on our website. We ask you to give, serve, mentor, hire, connect, recruit, and advise. And let's unite on social media to continue celebrating our inspirational Anderson alumni and this year's inductees. Please be sure to tune in for our next program on March 23rd at 4:30 p.m. as we welcome another worthy inductee into the Anderson Hall of Fame. Stay safe and see you then.